The P. Diddy scandal has revealed the dark and twisted nature of those who control our culture. It exposed some of the most disturbing S-parties ever recorded, including sleepovers with a teenage Justin Bieber. P. Diddy funded and manipulated various celebrities, essentially hosting his own version of Love Island, where he could take people off the radar and maintain control over them.
I got an island, it's called Love Island.
When you going off the grid with me, you gotta go to sleep for a week.
When you roll with P. Diddy, it's said you need to be ready for a week of freak-off parties, all while allegedly taking down some of the most iconic musicians in the industry. The P. Diddy situation is genuinely disturbing, and now that he's in custody, only time will reveal what comes next. The fact that these activities have been hidden behind the closed doors of Hollywood elites for decades shows just how well this was covered up. However, the truth is finally unraveling before our eyes. P. Diddy hardly needs an introduction. Before he became infamous for his crimes, he was at the top of society, mingling with the most powerful celebrities worldwide. He knew everyone in the music industry, from Jay-Z and Beyoncé to Snoop Dogg, Biggie Smalls, and even Justin Bieber. This recent case has revealed just how twisted the celebrity elite can be. The investigation began in November 2023, initiated by P. Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura. She accused him of misconduct and subsequently filed a lawsuit. The very next day, Cassandra and P. Diddy reached a settlement out of court. One of his lawyers, Ben Braffman, emphasized that this settlement should not be seen as an admission of guilt. Following the settlement, P. Diddy issued a statement wishing Cassandra well, reinforcing his stance of innocence. However, whether guilty or not, the incident has undoubtedly tarnished his reputation. In response, Cassandra released a statement expressing gratitude to her friends and family for their support, while the amount of the settlement remains undisclosed. The settlement seemed to indicate a case closed, or at least that's what P. Diddy thought. Little did he know that this would mark the beginning of the end for him, setting off a series of accusations and investigations that would ultimately lead to his downfall. Soon after, 2 more lawsuits emerged, bringing forth allegations of abuse and sexual assault from 2 additional women. Joy Dickerson alleged that in 1991, when she was a 19-year-old college student, P. Diddy had drugged her after a date and assaulted her in her home. The next woman to come forward was Lizard Garter, who claimed that she and a friend were drugged and placed in separate rooms. According to her, P. Diddy and another man, Aaron Hall, took turns committing heinous acts against them. Lizard, who was just 16 at the time, later discovered that her friend had experienced the same horrifying treatment. A few days later, P. Diddy showed up at Lizard's house and assaulted her again, choking her until she lost consciousness. He was reportedly frustrated at the thought that she might tell his girlfriend about the incident. In December 2023, another individual came forward with additional accusations. She claimed that she had been subjected to gang rape and sex trafficking. Harvey Pierre, the president of Bad Boy Records, flew her from Detroit to New York in 2023. During her time with them, a third man joined, and P. Diddy even complained that he couldn't finish until his nipples were pinched. The lawsuit included a photograph as evidence. On the night in question, she was just 17, sitting on P. Diddy's lap, making her the 4th woman to come forward in a matter of weeks. This time, P. Diddy did not settle out of court. Instead, he took to Instagram to address the allegations, stating, "Enough is enough. For the past few weeks, I have sat silently while people attempted to assassinate my character and tarnish my reputation and legacy. Disturbing allegations have been made against me by individuals seeking a quick payday. Let me be perfectly clear. I did not commit any of these horrific acts. I will fight for my name, my family, and the truth." However, several red flags were raised by P. Diddy's friends, particularly during Usher's interview with Howard Stern. Usher subtly hinted that these new allegations might have been rooted in experiences dating back to 2016 when he lived with P. Diddy for a year. He described being exposed to some very troubling situations, noting that at that young age, he didn't fully understand what was happening around him.
To New York City. and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
This moment becomes particularly significant as it reinforces the allegations. When Howard asked Usher if he would permit his own son to take part in what P. Diddy referred to as the Puffy Flavor Camp, Usher didn't hesitate to respond with a firm,
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
In a Rolling Stone interview with Usher in 2024, he opened up about his experiences living with P. Diddy. He mentioned that there were always girls around, recalling instances when he would open a door and witness orgies happening in the rooms. Given this environment, it wasn't surprising that by February 27, 2024, the producer of P. Diddy's album, The Love Album, filed a $30 million lawsuit against him for sexual assault. The producer claimed he was drugged and woke up in bed with 2 male sex workers and P. Diddy himself. His lawsuit also implicated P. Diddy's son, Justin, alleging that he would bring young men home and drug them while his father secretly filmed the sexual acts. Although an adult film actor named D'Angelo Noel Maris contended that one of the photographs included in the lawsuit was actually a still from one of his films, the situation remained serious. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and P. Diddy was frantically trying to extinguish the flames as more accusations emerged. He even admitted to documenting everything in his life, meaning any immoral acts could easily have been recorded on tape. The fear of this exposure may have prevented some individuals from coming forward. Additionally, Gene, P. Diddy's former bodyguard, stated in an interview that he witnessed P. Diddy engaging in acts with male escorts, which his then-girlfriend was forced to arrange.
Looking at this lawsuit, she alleges that, Diddy, he'll make her look online for BBCs for their freak-off sessions. And she say that, in this lawsuit that, Diddy, he enjoyed watching her get smashed by BBCs.
And she was searching for the big black, not only for herself, but for somebody else who we all know that was in the room with her. They had to be for both of them, they was in the room.
P. Diddy would make them wear masks to keep their identity from Casey.
She also alleges that, while she was having sex with these male prostitutes, the male prostitutes, and Diddy, they all wore masquerade masks.
He didn't want her to know who they were.
On March 25, 2024, P. Diddy's homes in both Los Angeles and Miami were raided by the Department of Homeland Security investigations as part of a sex trafficking investigation led by the Southern District of New York. This operation was reportedly prompted by the emergence of 5 victims, including one male who chose to remain anonymous. During the raids, investigators seized firearms and P. Diddy's phone. In a shocking discovery, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant were found on the properties. While such a find might seem laughable, it served as damning evidence supporting allegations of sex parties that lasted for days, involving drugged women and male escorts engaged in sexual acts to satisfy P. Diddy's insatiable desires. During the Los Angeles raid, P. Diddy's sons were handcuffed, and their mother claimed that federal agents used excessive and unnecessary force. However, the reality was far from her assertions. Everyone allegedly involved was being apprehended, and in the months that followed, the disturbing truths about Hollywood's celebrity culture began to unravel. What are your thoughts about Diddy controversy? Comment your thoughts and hit the subscribe button for more updates.